This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, ang realtor na patok.
A while ago, sinabi mo acting like sa Pilipinas, you were just winging it.
Mm.
But dito sa States, ang narinig ko naman sir is not winging it, but putting in the work. Di ba?
Okay, so to be honest with you, for the first 2 years, I was winging it. I never had a formal training or acting class. But then, at some
So yun lang ang wini-wing mo, yung acting.
yung acting,
But the procedure to get to acting, you were doing it
I was doing it.
how it's supposed to be
How
done.
it's supposed to be done. Yeah.
Importante?
Super.
Okay.
Because
Can you amplify that? Can you explain it to all of us? Why is that important? Yun yung mga first steps, di ba? Why is it important?
okay, kasi having a career in acting here in Hollywood is the same thing as like having a career in professional basketball or
Or
like
yung
in
pagiging
the
arty.
music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now you have to go through steps, a process, and then as you go through it, you learn. Like how you
Galing,
gonna adapt and prosper and be successful on the next step. And so, ganun ang nangyari.
Did you find yourself wanting more nung nalalagpasan mo yung mga hurdles? Ganun ba?
Yes. Parang parang naging it's kind of like hindi naman addiction. I don't want to use that word addiction. Parang it's so
Hahanapin mo.
gratifying.
Yun.
'Di ba na now when you do a role and they liked it and then you see the final product and it worked, your choices worked out. Parang oh wow. This is doable. 'Di ba? And then like what I said earlier, 2 years I was just winging
Yes.
it, 'di ba? But then it came to a point na I was booking good projects, working with like real Hollywood actors. And sabi ko sa sarili ko, if I really want to do this as a career, I gotta respect the process. I gotta respect the people that's involved in the whole production because there's a lot, man. There's a lot of people involved, and the way for me to be able to respect them
And to gain respect.
it also is to make sure that I'm ready.
Right.
Once I step on the, sa set, sa
Yes.
film set, na I can do my part. They're doing their part. They're directing, they're cinematographer, they're doing the sounds, they're doing the editing, the musical score. They have their own thing. Now my thing is to act. So para sabi ko sa sarili ko, I gotta study. I gotta enroll on acting classes. I gotta train. Kasi I know for a fact na what I'm doing is not enough. For me to be able to do bigger projects, I need to study. So that's how I started, doing classes.
Ang ganda, no? Dahil yung realization mo na alam mo sa sarili mo na yung ginagawa mo hindi enough. It means meron kang self-awareness and ina-assess mo talaga yung sarili mo. So finally, natanggap mo na it's not enough. Naging proactive ka, naghanap ka ng acting class. Anong benefit ang ibinigay sa'yo nun?
Oh, marami. Like one thing na na-realize ko na there are things that I'm doing in acting that I'm not supposed to do.
Like what?
Like before malikot ako.
Ganun na.
Oo, like, tsaka I always do this. Like, kasi ganito diba? Anong problema mo? Ha? Di ba? I do that. Ngayon, na-realize, natutunan ko na if the frame is close, you just, ano problema mo? Diba?
The subtleties, no?
Because napipick up na
Tight
yung camera
shot,
yung mata. Yeah. That's one thing.
Alam mo ba nangyari sa akin ganyan din, no? Ikikwento ko, normally hindi ako nagkikwento pero ito nakakatawa talaga context sa sinabi ni Rhandy. First kissing scene ko,
Wow.
practice take daw muna, practice take. So nung practice take, first kissing scene, di ba? Ang ganda-ganda ng partner ko. Nilabas ko yung dila ko. Talaga sinipsip ko yung bibig niya, di ba? Cut! Sabi sa akin, same thing. Paco, tight shot. Pag pinanood to sa pelikula, yung dila mo mas malaki pa sa tao. Nakakadiri. You can relate, right? Alam mo yung explanation na, kaya guys, yung mga kissing scene sa pelikula, puro ganun-ganun lang yun. Well, nakachamba ako ng isa.
Sino yung artista?
Si John Pascual. Siya yung nasa Swatch commercial.
Okay. Yeah.
Yun. So, shout out, John. Pag dito ka sa podcast, kahit 6 feet apart, okay. So, patayin ako ng asawa ko. So anyway,
Laka tayo si Jaja dito.
I know. Pag pinapakita mo kay Jaja, sasabihin ko, baby, tingnan mo ito. Ayoko tignan niya. So nasa YouTube eh. So anyway, yung subtleties, okay, tinuro sa iyo yan. Ano pa sa acting? Like may mga subtext, di ba? Na your character is internalized in you to the point that yung mannerisms mo nagiging mannerisms na character mo eh. How do you learn that?
Yeah, so isa din yung sa natutunan. Different acting classes teaches different things eh. Ang problema doon is hindi lahat yon magiging effective sa'yo eh. Like
Galing.
one acting class is doing, you get to do this technique for you to get to this point, na magiging ikaw yung character, and then yung iba naman is different. Now, I'm doing an acting class right now with Direk Ryan Carlos. Siya yung nag-train sa mga biggest Filipino actors in Star Magic, ABS-CBN. And fortunately, when he came here sa LA last week, I was able to meet him in person. And so, meron siyang techniques, the Chabak technique kung tawagin. Chabak technique. I think of all the techniques that I've tried, I think the Chabak technique is the one that I'm gonna be able to really
Maximize.
and embrace.
Why?
Kasi it's simple. It's simple.
Simple yet effective for you.
Simple yet effective because because the Chabak technique is like this. This is what Direct Ryan is telling us. You find your objective sa scene, and then you find your karga. The karga meaning,
Yung hugot mo.
baka eksena kita.
Yeah.
Ang isipin ko is, kuya kita.
Right.
'Di ba? So mararamdaman ko na ang kausap ko kuya ko. So kung anong totoong emosyon na nararamdaman ko, being kausap ko yung mahal ko sa buhay, 'di ba? Lalabas sa screen.
Yeah.
And then
Yun yung subtext kung tawagin.
right. And then the last part is make it hot. That's what he's saying. So objective, kargahan mo kung sino yung pwede mong isipin, and then make it hot, like make it your own. So I think yun
Chabak. Ba't tinawag na Chabak?
kasi she's a teacher here in LA, in Hollywood. That's her name.
Oh. Okay, I like it.